This is our current RV that we have been living in full-time for over 2 years. It is a Grand Design Imagine XLS model 22 MLE. Let's check it out. When you come in, there is the bedroom with a queen size, 2 recliners that have massage and heat, the refrigerator, stove, microwave, sink, countertop, lots of cabinets. The bathroom is down on the left. There's a pantry, and then our dinette with the TV directly across from the recliners, and back to the door. So the bedroom has quite a bit of cabinetry, which still not a lot of room for clothes. Also, each of us have one of these trones from IKEA, which holds quite a few shoes. We both love shoes, so we have a lot of shoes. So we each have a hook where we hang pajamas and such, and then we have a spot for our hanging clothes, bras, etc. And we have all of our clothes in packing cubes, so they fit up in this area here. And then we each have a drawer for socks, undies, whatnot. And then we each kind of have a junk drawer, but they're pretty long drawers. This one has a lot of stuff packed in here that we normally have sitting out because we are getting ready to buy a new trailer, so we will be moving this, taking it to trade it in. So we added these little shelves here because I didn't really have anything, and then we have these lights for reading, which we really don't use much. We upgraded the mattress to a queen memory foam, pretty heavy mattress. The other ones that come in here are pretty thin and cheap. So Becky has the same space on the other side where she keeps her clothes. She also has a trone for shoes on the other side. And yeah, oh, we also have some shoe storage here. When you first come in, we each have a basket of shoes because we like shoes. We added these cargo nets to store Molly's things and some more shoes, flip-flops. LOL. We added this little storage thing, and it is all of Molly's snacks, food, her little winter jacket, her little bag that we pack when we take her to the kennel, all that kind of stuff. So Molly really likes that storage bench. There's also a bunch of storage under the bed. And let me open that. The mattress is really heavy. We had to add some heavy-duty struts. This is, let's see, we have our luggage, some other storage bags, my work bag for when I go to Houston, a little heater, extra sheets, toilet paper, Kleenex, our fireproof box for our important documents, and oh, we have a vacuum cleaner under there, and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So then the living room, we have 2 recliners, pretty comfortable. We have lots of windows, which we really love. And then the dog food and water. And we have a refrigerator, which has been working pretty well for us. It's pretty small. We make ice and then put it in a bucket, keep it in there, and then we just make ice with our ice maker every other day or so, which I'm making ice right now. Fridge, pretty, it's kind of roomy right now because we're trying to finish down eating our food so that we can move the camper and trade out our stuff. So this area here, we have a 3-burner gas cooktop. That's been great. We cook a lot. This is a little bitty oven. I wish the oven was a little bit taller so we could fit more stuff. But basic microwave, which we pretty much store bread. This pantry is cooking oils, spices, and such. That is the ice maker, dropping ice. We have our little coffee maker, toaster, utensils, and then we have our silverware, koozies, shot glasses. In this drawer is towels, hot pads, whatnot. This one is kind of a hodgepodge, baking pans and candles. We love this big drawer because we can store all of our pans under here. It's very nice. All right. Moving down to the back corner, we have our large sink, which we usually wash dishes in here, rinse them here, put them in the drying rack. This is more spices and whatnot. This is a huge cabinet, and we store all of our like Tupperware. This light's not coming on. Lots of that. We use a lot of leftovers, so we do that. This is kind of a mess up here. This is where we store all of our chips and our flour tortillas. It's kind of a mess, but there's a lot of space in there. Over here, we have all of our plates, bowls, mixing cups, glasses, soup bowls, cereal bowls, pasta bowls, salad bowl, coffee mugs, and our cool handmade plate that we bought in Cancun. How cool is that? Very pretty. All right, so plenty of room for what we need. There's our ice maker. It's busy making ice. We have our little composting bin and our coffee pot. This is probably supposed to be like a spice rack, but we just use it for like all of our Ziploc bags and our sponges, extra sponges. Under here, it's kind of deceiving because it looks like it's going to be a really big cabinet, but it's not. Under here is the water heater. This panel you can take out and check the water heater and stuff. So under here we have like our foil, saran wrap, and this is some cleaning supplies, trash bags, and that kind of stuff. It goes way back in there, but we don't really have anything stored back in there. And then over here we have two big drawers. This is what I guess you might call the junk drawer. This is kind of like other utensils, knives, scissors, can opener, ice cream scoop, peeler, whatnot. And then tape. Under here, this container has lots of command hooks, various things like that. And yeah, glue, things we might need. This drawer is kind of also a mix of tea bags. These are things that we put in our overnight oats, our snacks, nuts, snack drawer kind of. All right. We also have this little stand that we had at our house that we use for our refilling our filtered water that we use for drinking, making coffee, any kind of cooking that we do with water. We use this good water. We have our fruit and potato onion bowl, and then these drawers are like our Scentsy wax melts, and these bottom two are all of our stuff for doing our toes. Full-size trash can. And I'll come back. Oh no, this is part of the kitchen. This is our pantry, and it is huge, goes way back in there. We added these motion sensor lights. So lots of stuff in the pantry. And then we have these big drawers. This is all of our vitamins and supplements and some of Molly's things. And this drawer is canned goods. We're trying to dwindle this down, and more canned goods. These drawers hold a lot of stuff, so we're really pleased with these. And when we travel, even though these are heavy, they latch really well. We've not had any issues with drawers coming open while we are traveling, so that's good. So this kitchen has a mass amount of storage. We also have a fantastic fan here in the kitchen, which is really nice. Paper towel holder. And this is a door to the bathroom, which we love, that it's just kind of like a pocket door. It doesn't really cause any issues, not in the way. And then we added this full-size mirror so that we can see ourselves when we are getting dressed and stuff. So the bathroom is a little snug, but the shower is actually pretty roomy for an RV this size. We added a little stool for shaving legs and stuff. Then we have our laundry basket. We added this rack for our shampoos. It has a skylight. We added a nice spray head. Pretty roomy, even for me, to get in. And then, me again, storage in the bathroom is actually quite good also. We have hers and hers towels. We hang our broom. So we hang our towels here when they're dry. When they're wet, we just hang them over the shower rack here to dry. All right, so we have a nice porcelain toilet with a foot flush. We store Kleenexes, toilet paper, extra cloths, and back in there is our other bag for when we travel on a plane, like to take our toiletries. These are our extra towels, like our beach towels, pool towels, whatnot. So here is sort of my area. This is kind of extra miscellaneous stuff. This is kind of my prep area, and my honey gets all of this space. Plus on the door inside here is her makeup mirror, and up here is just medicines that, you know, we may use more common, band-aids, flossers, mouthwash, whatnot. So that holds quite a bit of stuff. But then, so we have the sink. We added the backsplash in here and in the kitchen. We have our Scentsy. Under here is a little more storage. She keeps some of her hair things, hair appliances, and then mostly cleaning stuff, extra bags. And then this side, there is a bunch more storage where there's 2 of these bins in each of these. So this is like first aid, sunscreen, a little steamer, extra soap, heating pad, I don't even know what else in there, just extra stuff that we don't use very often. So there is tons of storage. And then we have our scale, and yeah, so there's quite a bit of space there, and there's also a smaller fan in the bathroom. We are loving our fabulous life. This is our thermostat that runs our air conditioner and our heat, which we thankfully haven't needed any of right now. It's currently 73 degrees in here. And then we come around to this is kind of a hot mess because we have been trying to start packing things up to move out. So this is our dinette. This is our beautiful tablecloth from Cancun. This is where I sit when I am working from home. And we have our TV up the top. Nice big window. There is some storage under this dinette. We have like our crock pot, our percolator coffee pot. I don't even know what's under there. Stuff we don't use. And this one, because of the shoe bin on the other side, there's just a little bit of space around storage under there, and we keep like our games, dominoes, Scrabble, that kind of stuff. There's a little space in there. So there's a little storage up in here. We have the stereo with the DVD player, and we keep our iPad and some of our other, like our Bluetooth speaker and headphones up there. There's some storage right behind here, really narrow, where we keep our hotspot and all that kind of stuff. And here is sort of some office supply type stuff and books. And then we added this happiness hook here to keep some jackets on, and it's kind of a mess, so we need to tidy that up. Lunch bag. And then we have our sound bar, but yeah, that was just a good spot to stick it, and it stays right up there. So yeah, pretty cool. And then Molly's bed is under here. Oh yeah, we also added this area down here, this little shelf. We put it sideways and put the bins in there, and that is more books, envelopes, I don't even know, probably stuff we don't need. And then there's the mess of cords from all the stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. We love all the windows and the views and the doors open. Just love all of it. We have loved it. But we are about to transition to a much larger trailer. This current trailer is, with the hitch, it's 26 feet long. There's Molly out at the campsite. It's kind of blurry because of the screen. You can't see her. Forgot to add a little bit about the outside. We have this very nice 18-foot long awning. It's electric awning. And then we have a storage compartment that goes all the way through the comfort under the bed. We store our laundry stuff. I don't even know. Again, there's a lot of things in here that we will probably be getting rid of, but it goes all the way to the other side. And I'll just work my way down and show you. So this is where we would fill water into the freshwater tank if we are going to the beach where we don't have any hookups, and we can just put water in that tank. Here's a thing for a cable and plugs here if you want to like put a TV out here with the cable. This is a spray port where you can put a little blue hose and you can spray water like to clean a dog or clean your shoes or clean sand, whatever. This one is where we can hook a hose and turn it on, and it will spray water and sprayers into the black tank, which for those of you who don't know, the black tank is where all your toilet water goes, toilet stuff. Got some nice tires. Another spare tire. This is where the furnace is, power cord, ladder. This is the hot water heater. And then here's where our waste is coming out. This is a vent for our stove fan. And these two vents are from the refrigerator. This camper only has one slide out, and it is pretty narrow, but it's pretty long. The new camper will have two slide outs, one on each kind of opposing slides in the living room, so it'll make it much roomier. This is a solar charge prep for solar panels. And then the storage on this side is where our water line hooks up, and there's also a little outdoor shower. Our cable hooks up through here. And then there is an electric outlet in here, and this is more of where we keep tools and RV related items. Antifreeze, and which we won't be using since we're not putting this away in the winter. We have our drill, just lots of extra plumbing and RV supplies. Yep. On the front, we have two big propane tanks. Our stove and oven use propane, and our refrigerator is electric and propane. So currently it's on electricity, but if we go to the beach and we don't have any power, we switch it to propane so that we can still use our refrigerator. This is a power jack. We keep our cover on it, keep it in good shape. And then we have a battery here. That is mostly used when we go to the beach. So yeah, pretty happy with our Imagine. So yeah, we love this camper. We love the simplicity of it and how small it is, and it's kind of cool that you can lay in bed and see all the way down to the kitchen. But we're trading this one in. So this one is, with the hitch included, is 26 feet long. And the new camper is going to be, I think it's 35 feet 11 inches. So yeah, almost 36 feet, which is like 10 feet longer than this one. So that's going to be kind of fun. Yeah. But we're excited. It's going to have a lot more space in the living room. It's going to have a little more closet space. Bathroom's pretty much the same, maybe a little bit less storage actually than this one. But the living room, kitchen area is going to be really nice. And there's a great way in the kitchen area. It has a dinette table that will make it pretty easy to convert to some type of office space, add a desk space, kind of that kind of thing, because we don't really need a dinette space. We pretty much needed our recliners anyway. So yeah, we're excited, and we'll share that with you when we get it.